Today we'll know about R. H. Whitaker's classification, which is based mainly on the phylogenetic relationships. So R. H. Whitaker, in his classification, after observing many characteristics and features, he based his classification on the basis of cell organization, the complexity of the cell, the modes of nutrition, and also the type of cell. These were the broad characteristics on which he based his classification. Now, first we look into the type of cell. For the type of cell, they were unicellular organisms. The unicellular organisms, they were again of two kinds. Some of them were the prokaryotes and some were eukaryotes. And these eukaryotes again some were unicellular eukaryotes, but eukaryotes, they were also multicellular. The eukaryotes, they also were multicellular, and these multicellular eukaryotes. So this was the type of cell, some were unicellular, some were multicellular. Now these prokaryotes and eukaryotes, these were classified according to the complexity of cell. They come under complexity of cell. So prokaryotes, eukaryotes, they come under the complexity, and also under these complexity we can know about the presence or absence of nucleus on the membrane bound organelles. So when he studied the complexity of cells, he had also studied about the presence or absence of nucleus. This nucleus, which is absent in prokaryotes, the membrane bound organelles are absent in prokaryotes, while in eukaryotes, the membrane bound organelles, the nucleus, they're all present. So complexity of cells and the type of cell, the unicellular and of course the multicellular. After this, in these multicellular eukaryotes, what he did was he observed their mode of nutrition. Modes of nutrition. So this was the type of cell, the complexity of the cell, and the modes of nutrition. When he observed the modes of nutrition, he found that these cells, these organisms, they can be of three kinds. One type of kingdom was of saprophytes. This kingdom, another kingdom was of the autotrophs that can make their own food. The autotrophs. And another kingdom which cannot make their own food was of the heterotrophs. So these three kind of animals and these three kind of organisms he discovered. Now this was what he discovered on the type of cell, unicellular, or multicellular, complexity of cell, they are prokaryotes, eukaryotes. Modes of nutrition, they are saprophytes, they are autotrophs, they are heterotrophs. Now when he had observed all this, this was all the phylogeny he came to. Now after knowing this phylogeny, it was time to give them the kingdoms. So the unicellular prokaryotes were put under kingdom Monoera. Monoerans. These were the monoerans. The unicellular eukaryotes. The unicellular eukaryotes. They were called the protistans. Under the kingdom Protista, the kingdom Monera came into existence. Kingdom Protista had come under existence. The saprophytes were given the kingdom Fungi. The autotrophs, they were given the kingdom Plantae. And all the heterotrophs were given the kingdom Animalia. So, in this way, we got the 5 kingdom classification of Whittaker. First kingdom Monera, second kingdom Protista, third kingdom Fungi, the fourth was the kingdom Plantae, and fifth was the kingdom Animalia. Now, if we go into the details of these 3 categories, we can look into this table. So, this is the table. Here we have the Monoera, the Protista, Fungi, Plantae and Animalia. These are the 5 kingdoms and these are the categories. We will look into the cell type, the cell wall, the kind of cell wall, the presence of or absence of nucleus and other membrane-bound organelles, the body organization and the mode of nutrition. The monoerans, the cell type is prokaryotes, Protista, they are all eukaryotes, fungi, they are the eukaryotes, plants are the eukaryotes, animals are also eukaryotes. The cell wall of monoerans, it is made up of peptidoglycan. Peptidoglycan means proteins and polysaccharides. The protistans, they don't have any well-defined cell wall. The cell wall of fungi is made up of chitin. The plants, it is of cellulose, and animals also, they do not have any cell wall, and protistans not well defined. Now the membrane bound organelles, the nucleus, the monoerans, they do not have any nucleus. The protistans, they do have a nucleus. Fungi, they do have a nucleus. Plants and animals, they also have a nucleus and other membrane bound organelles. Now looking into the body organization, the monoerans, they have a cellular grade of body organization. They are the unicellular. The protistans also, they have also a cellular grade of body organizations. Fungi, the cells are all loosely bound. Plants, the organization is tissue level and in some even the organ level. Animals also the tissue as well as the organ level of body organization. Now nutrition, the monoerans which consist of bacteria. The bacteria can be autotrophic like some of the chemoautotrophs, and they can be heterotrophs also. The parasitic bacteria are all heterotrophs. So under heterotrophs we include the parasites also and sometimes saprophytes also. The protistans, they consist of all heterotrophs. Fungi, they are all saprophytes. The plants, they are the autotrophs, making their own food. Animals, they are heterotrophs and consisting of some parasites also under the heterotrophs. So this was these three main categories that were broken down into some more details and completing the R.H. Whittaker's phylogenetic classification.